Hi guys, a big hello, a big congrats on the threesome. It's raw and passionate and heartfelt and also quite funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks like you're our fourth.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're trying
And
to
then
you're
the
trying to
threesome
spice things up
sandwich.
even more. I love it.
Oh, well, let's begin with you, Miss Zoe. Fantastic as Olivia, by the way. Give us the genesis. What got you interested in joining the cast as the sweet and sassy and sometimes honest, sometimes not quite honest Olivia Capitano?
Um, I love this. The initial draw was Chad Hartigan, who's our wonderful director. I've loved his work and wanted to work with him for a while. And when I was sent the script, him and that title, I was like, what's happening here? And I was really taken by how beautiful Ethan constructed the story and these characters and how nuanced and funny and deep it was. And it was very surprising that one hadn't been done or made yet, because it was a very, very solid script. So that was what drew me in. And then I had the great fortune and luck of getting to work with these two amazing people. And I feel very grateful, because it was a real blast and treat, and I learned a lot from both of them, and also gained some really good friends along the way. So it was a very successful threesome in my life, maybe a little bit more complicated in Olivia's.
Oh, and you, Mr. Jonah, equally fantastic as Connor. I love your dynamics with Zoe's Olivia here. Talk to us about the dynamics between Connor and Olivia.
Yeah, there's it's an interesting relationship. He is clearly quite smitten with her. He has been for a long time. And then suddenly this night presents itself, and yeah, it's kind of like everything he ever dreamed of, being with her, and then someone else is involved, which was not on his bingo card. So yeah, it's kind of overwhelming for him, and then there's the fallout with everything that goes on. So I think it's a big few weeks for old Connor, and but I think ultimately he's just, you know, what you guys were talking about just then. I think he's in love with Olivia's honesty. I think she, you know, Zoe has talked about the fact that she goes on a journey, a bit of self-discovery of knowing who she is. But I think from his point of view, he looks at her and thinks, wow, this is someone that I admire and look up to, because she knows who she is. And she seems to have a strong sense of identity and a strong sense of self. And that's something that he's looking for too. And I think he ultimately is just very admiring of her, and he loves her. And I think there's that love at first sight vibe. He just has that natural chemistry with her, but also as the relationship goes on, that only deepens as it gets more complicated.
Well, and to complicate matters is the very sweet Miss Ruby Cruz as Jenny Brooks. By the way, I find your character really refreshingly sweet, even though she had a rabbit who committed suicide when she was a child. Describe Jenny to us, Miss Ruby. Who is she?
Sure. I mean, trauma can affect you in many different ways. It can either you can either go dark or choose light, and I think Jenny she's the sweetest. She's funny. She's silly. She's charming, but she's also quite lost, I think. And I think yeah, I think this is a very insane thing to happen to someone. There is an entire love story going on between these two people, but they're two strangers to her. And I think that was a very interesting thing to uh, discover and to explore as an actor, of like, okay, what if a huge thing happened to you and you were just surrounded by complete strangers? Yeah.
Oh, and Miss Zoe, one of the things I love about the film is it tells the uncertainty of modern love, right? I mean, the fantasy of a happily ever after versus the reality of life. Talk to us about that.
Oh, fantasy of happy and the reality of life. Talk to I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I think that's a very interesting question. Yeah, I I mean, the night obviously certainly did. It wasn't actually really her fantasy, you know. It was it's an impulsive decision she makes out of jealousy because she doesn't want to see this guy with anyone but her, and yet she's still rejecting him. So it's not quite her fantasy, but certainly the reality of life hits her pretty hard, and forces her to really deal with some stuff that she's been pushing aside. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm out of time, Mr. Jonah and Miss Ruby, but I want to say a big congrats on the unpredictable and character-driven The Threesome again, and cheers to unconventional first dates.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys. Bye for now, and good luck on
Bye.
everything.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a great
So
day.
much.
You too.